Trying to flip the script on him. He's like, if I was in your position, I would do this, bro. You're not him, though. And you're in an interrogation room, and you're not expecting them to look at you through the CCTV cameras or cameras to even be in there? Like, bro, how dumb can you be? How obvious? Bro, on my life, just say arrest me at that point.
A cop realizes he's going to jail for life. See, look, shit like this, I haven't watched in a minute. It really gets me intrigued, man, because how dumb can you be?
This is Grant Hardin, a 50-year-old police officer hiding a horrifying secret.
How old? 50? You say 50?
Grant Hardin, a 50-year-old police officer hiding a horrifying secret. Grant has been apprehended on suspicion of murder, but as it would later transpire,
I can't lie, suspicion of murder is, as a cop as well, is crazy.
His crimes and behavior were so bad that in his interrogation, he tried everything he possibly could to escape.
Are we really that dumb? On camera as well. On camera. Bro, like, and you're in an interrogation room, and you're not expecting them to look at you through the CCTV cameras or cameras to even be in there? Like, bro, how dumb can you be? How obvious? Bro, on my life, just say arrest me at that point. Just say arrest me, because you're literally... Oh, you dummy.
On the 23rd of February, James Appleton had pulled into a parking lot on Ganridge Road to take a phone call with his brother-in-law. Suddenly, a loud banging sound was heard over the phone, and the line went dead. A passerby had spotted a white Chevrolet Malibu parked behind James's car that immediately sped away after the loud noise. When the passerby went to check on James, he was lying dead at the wheel with a gunshot wound to the head. Gateway, Arkansas is a small town of 400 people, so the owner of the Chevy was quickly determined to be
the cop. Bro, what an idiot.
Grant Hardin, a 50-year-old police officer who had lived in this town his whole life. Later that night, Grant's vehicle was stopped at a police roadblock after taking his family out for dinner, and he was quickly brought in for questioning. But unfortunately for everyone involved, Grant's experience in law enforcement would prove to make this interrogation one of the most excruciating and difficult that Arkansas police had ever had to deal with.
It's gonna be one of them things here where it's so obvious that he's killed someone, but he won't admit it. Yo, what's good, Theo? Yo.
I'm Detective Chamberlain. I know we have James Chamberlain.
I fell asleep last time on stream. That's how therapeutic it was. Wait, what? Sorry, let me go back.
To deal with.
I'm Detective Chamberlain. I know we have James Chamberlain. Okay.
How we been now?
Did you used to be a police officer somewhere?
Did you? Come on, you know damn well he used to be. Yo, if he's a veteran in a 400, you get me? This place has 400 residents. Bro, acting like I'm acting dumb and shit.
I recognized you, but I wasn't 100% sure where I knew you from. But somebody said that you used to be a police officer at Gateway or something like that. Okay.
The interrogation begins casually as Detective Chamberlain opens with questions about Grant's career.
Started in the library doing some work on uni work. I got back from gym like a couple hours ago, but I've been good, man. Get me arm day. It was a pull day today. So I was doing some deadlifts and shit. Was it pull? Yeah, I was doing deadlifts. Some lat wide grips. I've been good, man. I've been good.
They're both police officers. He assumes he can strike an immediate middle ground with him, building trust between them and hopefully getting him to relax so he
tries to make Grant uncomfortable and talk by discussing his career.
Give up information easier. A strategy that he'd soon find out had the opposite effect. Grant is then read his rights, but decides this is where he's going to start making it difficult for the detectives.
Here's the thing.
Is he going to start being blunt and shit?
What you've done today, okay? Can you just take me through when you woke up this morning to when you got stopped by the police out there in, what's the name of that road that you're on? I'm sorry, I'm going to drop Gant Ridge.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah. Them man there. See, look, I feel like not even saying anything makes you more guilty, even though like it kind of is the right thing to do. But even if you're not guilty, even if you're not guilty, even if you didn't do that, what they're saying you done, you say nothing about it just makes you just like, I don't know.
I've been read those rights yet.
Okay. Well,
I don't know what's going on. I am kind of sickly to what I'm here for and things.
Up until this point,
He's just acting dumb. He's acting dumb.
Grant hasn't been told what he's been brought in for, and states that he's feeling sickly given the circumstances he's been put into. Given his disturbing body language, he may also be feeling exposed and somewhat inferior due to being the suspect of a case instead of the detective for the first time in his life.
So you don't want to explain what you've done today? Did you? Is there a reason behind that?
What was the first thing said? I have the right to remain silent.
Okay. So you're telling me that you don't want to talk to me right now? Okay, cool. Hang tight right here for just a few minutes, okay?
As
That man
is
needs to
normal
cook up
in a
something.
case like this, the detectives leave the room for a few minutes to talk about how they're going to handle the interview. And not only does it give them time to formulate
Did
their
he try to escape here at this point?
approach, but it also gives the suspects time alone to worry about what could be going on
That's what
and
I'm
form
saying. It makes
anxiety
it-
regarding their
Exactly,
situation. At
exactly.
the same time, though, it may also give the suspect a moment to collect their thoughts and generate their own story and approach to
That's
the
true.
interview,
Some people
putting
might
the
react
detectives
differently.
on the back foot instead.
But I don't think this guy's a cop. He can't be that dumb. On my life, he can't be that dumb.
Once before.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if I scared you at the beginning or what, but that's why I was trying to, and I can't, you see the position that I'm in, I can't tell you why you're here, but at the same time,
He's a suspect, isn't it?
I need to rule you out into something. Does that make sense?
When the detective
Because he's a suspect, you can't tell him too much because that's fucked. There's no concrete evidence, but it's weird that his car was the same. It's just like something ain't adding up. We used to ask questions why your car was there.
re-enter the room, they try an obviously different approach, this time attempting to set Grant at ease, stating that they just need to clear him from any wrongdoing, and then he's free to go on his way. Many people would, at least subconsciously, be inclined to open up a little more in an attempt to get out of there as soon as
not
possible.
him, bro.
But Grant has other ideas.
Yo,
Would
he
you be
knows
willing to talk
about
to me
the
about
tactic.
today, knowing that I need to rule you out of something, or like I'm just, if you didn't do anything wrong today, you have nothing to worry about.
Yes, I would have liked to, but before
Yeah.
the rights were read. So
Okay.
not knowing what's going on.
Yeah, and you understand as a detective, we read those rights to everybody who comes in here. It's not just you. It happens to
See,
everybody.
this is
who
the
walks through
problem. This is the problem with him being an ex-detective, bro. He knows everything. You're like, bro. It's like Death Note. I swear, you're gonna have to try and manipulate each other enough until someone crumbles under pressure or some sort of. You get me? It's a battle of just back and forth, back and forth.
this room and talks to
It's
us.
gonna be techie,
As
this
a
one.
former police officer, Grant is fully aware of all of
Yeah,
this. He
literally.
knows everybody that's
He
interviewed,
knows.
innocent or not, has to be read these rights, which essentially completely invalidates this as the real reason that he isn't talking. He's just using it as an excuse to refuse to talk, and possibly to even stall for time.
I guess my question is this: knowing what I just told you, I guess if it was me and I was, if I was in your position, I'd be like, hey, James, I did this. Or Grant, I did this. I was at, here.
Stop, bro. Now you're trying to tell him what he has to say when he has his own rights on what he wants to say. No, you can't do that. He's trying to flip the script on him. He's like, if I was in your position, I would do this, bro. You're not him, no.
Here and here, and I would just be done with it. But at this point, like, I can't clear you from this because you could still potentially be a suspect. I don't know if I'm not explaining it right or what is going
You're
on
explaining
here.
it fine. I just have
Okay.
to, once the rights have been read, I have to, it says I have the right to be silent.
Yes.
He's
Okay.
gonna do that.
Just tell me this. I know you were a police officer before, right? You're a police officer in Gateway?
He's not gonna say.
It's an easy yes or no.
I'm being silent.
Well, I can see that. We can do this all night. I mean, it doesn't bother me. You're going to continue to be a suspect until I find out otherwise.
Okay?
Unfortunately for the detectives, Grant is exercising perfect form within this interrogation.
he's-
Refusing to talk greatly hinders the investigation
Yeah.
as a whole and completely prevents the detectives
It's like
from
a
making
stalemate, bro. I
progress,
swear, it's a
all while
stalemate.
being completely legal. This is why Detective Chamberlain is starting to appear visibly annoyed and decides to take a break from the interrogation, as letting emotions take control in an investigation like this can be
He knows he's
extremely
winning. He knows he's
dangerous for
winning.
the
Look at that, brother.
detectives. But once again, this time alone can also give the suspects the chance to come up with a plan.
There's no way he... There's no way... Come on now, boss. Yo, boss. Is he just gonna run out like that? No way. No way. He's not about to do that.
Hello, I need to go
You need to go where?
home or get ready for work in a little bit.
Okay, we'll just have a seat and I'll get it for you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Tried to escape, bro. If that door wasn't open, you get me? He would have gone. Man would have scurried, bro.
Yes, sir.
The other officer want to talk to me again. What's going on?
I'm just ready to go.
Okay, and I'm not ready for you to go yet, so you're not going to be able to go. I've got other
Tell
things
him.
that I'm doing right now.
You're a suspect.
Well, I was gonna go.
Oh, no, you're not going to
Tell
go.
you that.
Okay, yeah, no, you're not.
But I
Same
will.
time.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you.
Oddly enough, in many other investigations like this, now is around the time where an officer may attempt to come to a decision regarding
This
the
is getting
suspect.
interesting. I like this.
The interview is obviously at a complete standstill and no progress is being made in any direction. The standard protocol would be to either gather the information needed to charge the suspect for a crime or release them based on a lack of evidence.
You can't do that though.
But whether the
And the fact that you're asking him questions and he's saying no comment, basically. That's all he's saying. He just keeps, no man, this is techie, bro. How are you gonna get out of this situation, bro? Because he's just gonna keep going back and forth when you ask him questions. Because you barely have any evidence on him.
The detective thinks he can extract more information, or if it was an ego-based decision, Grant is told to stay and continue the interrogation. The police then try to take some time to piece together more of the story, talking to witnesses to try and place Grant at the scene of the crime. Despite his silence being perfectly legal and acceptable, it greatly increases the detective's suspicion towards him. Suspicion that's only heightened when Grant's wife says that his only alibi was that she thought he was spreading grass seeds at the time of James's death. All signs point towards Grant, and Detective Chamberlain goes back in for round 3.
Oh, so
Detective Cordero is talking to your wife right now. I talked to her a little bit. So I've kind of got a timeline of where you were and where you weren't today. We all know what happened, okay? I'm not trying to get you in any trouble. I'm not trying to get her in any trouble. You've got a little daughter, 16, who...
oh no, he's bringing up the family now. He went to the family route. This is a techie one because he's gonna start fessing up. He's gonna start trying to conjure up lies or something.
needs her parents, okay? I don't know if...
He needs her parents. Oh, he's trying to dig into him.
This guy for a while, and this was an accident, or you maliciously chased him down, or what happened. But if I don't get your side of the story, I won't ever know. We're writing a book. You got chapter 1, you got chapter 2, and chapter 3. Chapter 1 is what happened today, what started out today, how your day started. Chapter 2 is what led up to the incident.
But he's not going to say anything.
Chapter 3 is you telling me about what happened to lead you up to that. I know you went to eat, out tonight. I know what you said at dinner. I know that you went to Lowe's afterwards. I know everything, but I don't know what caused the incident. And if I don't know that, I've got to assume the worst. I'll let you think about it. I'll give you one more chance here in a few minutes, and I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I'm telling you that.
Well, what happened?
I know, you know. We had witnesses
what
that
happened.
put you there.
How did this car get to the crime scene then? Like, how was it even in the vicinity then? Because they're saying there was a car that parked up behind him. So he's the brother, and the car was his. Like, bro, what's a car there? Someone died there. You shot him. Then you get me. You went on with the rest of your day. Bro, just admit it, like, because it's too obvious. Who else would have done it?
Physically ID'd you. The 2 cars that drove by. Look, man, I'm not...
The 2 cars that drove by?
I just want to know why it happened. I'm going to sleep good tonight regardless. I don't think you will.
At the time of the murder,
tell
when
him.
the 2 cars were parked up beside each other, the man in the white Chevrolet waved the passerby past before the gun was fired. As they passed, they were able to get a good look at the driver. And unfortunately for Grant, it was Andrew Tillman, another resident of the small town who had known him since he was a child, and was hence able to undoubtedly place him at the scene of the crime as the gun went off. Both Grant and Chamberlain know without a doubt what happened to James, but Grant also knows that his only chance of escaping is to continue to remain silent and pray that they can't gather the evidence they need. The detectives are now forced to try almost anything they can think of to get movement out of Grant, starting with allowing him to see his wife and daughter in hopes that it will invoke
Oh no. Oh no. This is where it gets techie.
some sort of emotional reaction within him and get him to talk.
Your wife's about to leave. She wanted to give you a hug before she left. Are you good with that?
Me too.
Yee.
All right, I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
Okay, he didn't fold. He didn't fold. He didn't fold.
Unfortunately, even this doesn't
He didn't
work.
fold.
So instead, Detective
Techie.
Cordiero decides to return alone with a more calm and sympathetic demeanor in a second attempt to build trust with Grant.
So I'm saying the
Often,
women
male
be moving, they
suspects
get me.
are
They know
more
what they're doing a bit too much.
likely to build a subconscious connection with female detectives due to them often thinking that they're less threatening and more understanding. Realistically, this is the last option the detectives have.
All right.
Why is he so happy?
Think about laying down up on that desk, but it looks awful hard.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be any more comfortable up there than what you are now. Can you help me understand how we got to this point?
Come on now, let her cook.
I don't know. Man, I remember being on patrol and running into you one night. Help me out on a call, back me up.
Oh,
It was way back in, I guess almost 3 years now.
well,
Two.
yeah.
Oh, he's
Like
trying.
that.
He's trying to build a. She's trying to build a bond. See, look, he's trying to.
Yeah, it's like
She's
that.
trying to get into
You
his
guys are
heart.
always
Dig
good
deep.
to help us, help me too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brad, you were always right there, man.
Cordiero opens up with an anecdote about how Grant apparently backed her up on a case 3 years ago. Even though he doesn't necessarily remember it, this will give him the idea that Cordiero will be even more sympathetic and helpful towards him as he's done
That's
her a
true.
favor in the past. It also allows them to continue reminiscing about their time on the force and the people they've worked with, further strengthening the subconscious bond Grant will be creating.
She
I just
is.
don't understand how we got to this point.
Yeah, me neither.
You're willing to talk? Tell
I'm
me.
just ready to go to bed.
I don't blame you. Me too. Me too. And we could do that. You just talk to me.
Well, I just have to, since you read those rights, I have to do the right.
Well, what's the difference?
You know the difference.
Regardless of something happened or not, and if it did, if it was an accident, well, tell me. Like, help me help
That's
you.
not how it works,
like, I want
darling.
to know what I can do.
Help me help you. The only help that you're gonna give me. Actually, you're not gonna give me no help. If I'm in this situation, you're not gonna help me one bit. You're gonna send me to jail. The fuck? How's that helping me?
What happened today to be able to explain it later.
I don't know what happened today. I just need to,
You know, people are going to have questions. Your family.
well, I have questions.
Well, exactly. So why can't we figure this out together?
Cordiero is making a conscious effort to use inclusive language, such as, "We will figure this out together." This and her open and expressive body language are both techniques she's using to
Okay.
make Grant feel more relaxed, and as though he's part of the solution, not the problem. She's also making every effort to be nice to Grant, in hopes that maybe he'll finally open up to her, or at least give her a way in.
These female detectives are dangerous. She knows what she's doing. Nah, it's scary.
In the beginning, I mean, I know you probably slept in because you work nights. I work nights. Trust me, I worked nights for almost 4 years. I understand how that sleep schedule is.
Yeah, sleep's all
So,
messed up.
did you sleep in today? Yeah, I bet you did. You could have got to work tonight, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. What time did you get up?
news.
Around noon. That's usually what time I got up too. Did you watch anything good on TV? Usually that's what I do. I'd eat and watch TV. I'll woke myself up a little bit. Anything good?
Same old stuff
Oh yeah?
on TV.
You watch the same episodes? Or like, do you have a specific TV show you would wake up and watch?
Well, we watched, my wife always has it on I can't remember what channel it's called, right now, TV Land.
Oh, okay. I haven't really watched any of that. I couldn't even tell you what it was about. Is your wife like that?
Oh, well, I think she'd better watch other stuff, but that.
Yeah.
It might not be about the case, but finally,
Interesting.
Grant is talking, but finally,
Interesting.
Grant is talking, and Cordero
talking,
has
huh?
found her way in. If she can keep the flow of this conversation
He's
up,
talking.
she might
He's talking. She's getting. You get me? She's getting specifics now. She's getting what time he woke up. You get me? Now you gotta slowly go through the day and see where he was about. You get me? Through the day, and that's when we're gonna know. Like, yo, between this time and this time, this is when he done it.
be slowly able to
Do they know
extract
the time that the brother got shot?
information from him even without him knowing. Talking about specifics such as TV shows and sleep schedules,
She's smart,
even
this
that
woman.
could lead to catching him in a lie and placing him in certain places at certain times. But most importantly, she's building a connection with him and continuing to let him talk,
The rapport,
which
yeah.
increases the chance that he either slips up or decides to make it easier on the detectives and answer a question. But predictably, as soon as Cordero started asking him to talk about the case again, he shut down once more, refusing
shouldn't have
to
said
answer
that.
any more questions
She shouldn't
and
have said
staying
that.
silent.
I think you have a lot to live for. Beautiful family who I've had the privilege of talking to. The way I look at it is you're a man. Men face their mistakes and they own up to them. And they figure out what happened and figure out how to solve it and move on. Like I said,
He's not
I'm,
gonna say-
I'm
he's not gonna
honestly
say-
here to help you.
He's not gonna say, man. This guy's he's too good at. And if they lack evidence, they have to let him go, bro. Just is what
I
it is.
understand that. I wouldn't spend my time in here with you if I didn't. And that something happened today that needs to be explained. Did you make a mistake today?
Even after reminding him of his family, Grant doesn't move an inch. Again, realizing that his only chance of being let off is to not speak
Silence,
and hope they don't find
silence.
anything.
Yo, I don't
I
see.
like you. I like this fella that was a detective here. No, y'all don't care about any of that and stuff. And I just don't know how to. I haven't had this happen before. Being brought in and interrogated for something. So I really don't care, but I just don't know how to be silent. Sitting over here looking like a jerk.
No, you're not. That, honestly, you are far from that. You're very polite. Don't you know why you're here?
I appreciate you guys, and I'm just gonna get a lawyer.
Yeah. It's up to you.
But
You can either,
obviously something's going on, and I need one.
I just want to hear your side of it.
I want to get a lawyer.
After hours of almost
Oh, she was close. She was so nah, cause it's oh.
pointless back and forth, Grant finally asks for a lawyer, meaning the detectives can no longer question him, and concludes the interrogation. But this is far from where the
That's all you need to do to stop the interrogation. A lawyer.
story ends.
You just
Between
you got to be silent, right? If you're not guilty, if you're guilty, sorry. If you're not guilty, just stay silent and then ask for a lawyer, right? Or is that the long way? Or if you're guilty, you do that.
this interrogation and the final court hearing, Grant and his lawyer both realized that there was simply no way he was going to be released scot-free. Not only was there a man at the scene of the
Wait, did they just tell the lawyer everything? Like the brother, if they're guilty, do they say I killed so and so, but can you still somehow just conjure up some crazy ass lie so I don't go jail? Is that what a lawyer is?
the crime who all but saw him pull the trigger, people were also starting to realize that he'd actually either been fired or resigned from 3 different police force jobs
Jeez.
before becoming the chief of police in his hometown.
Jesus.
So, on October 16th, 2017, he pleaded guilty to the first-degree murder, but refused to reveal his motive, leaving each member of James Appleton's
That's peak.
family without closure to this day.
That's peak.
However, as Grant was being prosecuted, a shocking revelation was made that turned him, a murderer, into a senseless monster of a human being.
What?
As his DNA was being taken, they realized it was already in the system, under an unknown name, for a crime committed almost 20 years ago.
No way. No. 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 No.
In November of 1997, a teacher at Frank Tillery Elementary School went to the teacher's lounge bathroom only to be met by a man brandishing a gun that forced her into a stall. The man then raped her and fled, taking care not to touch anything or leave evidence behind, except for the he left on her clothes. Local police did everything they could to identify the perp, but after 20 months of effort, the investigation went cold until 20 years later when Grant Hardin's DNA was found to be a perfect match. And because Rogers police had obtained a John Doe warrant back in 2003, allowing them to arrest an unknown suspect and bypass the statute of limitations, he was hit with the 14-year sentence for his on top of the 21 years for the murder of James Appleton. And as such, Grant Hardin was sentenced to 35 years in prison, meaning that he'll likely live out the rest of his life behind bars.
He's sick.